The beginning of episode 3 for Boy Swallow Universe sees Eli waking up inside the hospital only to find that all hell has broken loose with his family. Slim, the old man Eli hangs out with, informs him that Frankie has been arrested and is probably going to prison for 5 years or so for possession of drugs. Moreover, there is no word on Lyle or his abductors. Eli, feeling guilty, decides to tell the cops that it was he who had hidden the drugs and Frankie had nothing to do with it. Eli also plans to tell the cops that Bitch Dang supplies the town with heroin and has many cops on her payroll. However, Slim advises him to keep his mouth shut, as bad things happen to people who like their noses in matters that don't concern them. In addition, it will be futile, as the cops of the town are corrupt as well and probably working for Ivan and Bitch Dang. Thus, Eli agrees to do what he's told. Slim advises Eli to go to his father's house and stay there until everything is dealt with, but Eli has other plans. He has carved out an ingenious plan to escape from the hospital. The only problem is that he needs to create a distraction. This is where Christopher, a kid with nothing to lose, comes in. Chris creates a distraction, allowing Eli to escape the hospital. Eli returns to his house and shares a conversation with Jean, his neighbor, who has seen everything that unfolded in Eli's house that day. Jean also tells Eli that he has seen Lyle being dragged by a couple of men, but when he shares the same with the cops, he is asked to keep his mouth shut. Once inside his house, Eli enters the basement again via the emergency tunnel, trying to find Lyle's secret stash. The red telephone rings again, and the caller on the other end asks Eli about what he's looking for inside his house. Eli plans to find the drugs and trade them for Lyle's life. The only problem is that Eli doesn't know who to contact to find Lyle. However, the caller hints to Eli to contact Bitch Dang to find out Lyle's whereabouts. Bitch Dang, on the other hand, isn't too happy to see Eli. Bitch Dang curses Eli and Lyle for selling cheap heroin around town, claiming it was hers. Moreover, she also refuses to set up a meeting with Ivan. With no place to call home and no one to rely on, Eli goes back to Robert's house, where Gus has been staying. Eli is relieved to see that Gus is still talking and hasn't resumed his vow of silence. As for Eli's father, Robert, he was an alcoholic who spent all his money on booze and fried chicken. In the morning, the brother slips out of the house and meets Slim at his trailer. They inform of their plan to contact Ivan and strike a deal with him. Like before, Slim advises the kids to think rationally, or they'll end up making things difficult for Lyle and Frankie. Eli knows that he needs some serious help if he's to free her mother and find Lyle, and who's better to help him than Caitlin Spies, a Braveheart journalist. Caitlin agrees to trace the story when Eli offers to get her a meeting with Slim Halliday, A.K.A. the taxi driver killer. Unfortunately, things turn dark when a tattooed leg washes up on the shore. Bad news, it was Lyle's leg.